In question 7, we have these two parts A and B. In each part we have a figure, and in each figure some angles are marked using variables, and we have to find, in the first part we have to find x plus y plus z. In the second part we have to find x plus y plus z plus w. So let's start with the first part. In this part we have to find the sum of x, y and z. So let's observe each of these angles carefully. So x is this angle here, and x forms a linear pair with this angle which is marked as 90 degrees. So the total of these two angles should be 90, which gives us the measure of x as 90 degrees. And then y is this angle here, and we can see that y is an exterior angle for this triangle, so it will be equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles, and the opposite interior angles are 90 degrees and 30 degrees. So we can write y as 90 plus 30, which will be equal to 120 degrees. So the measure of y will be 120 degrees. And finally z is this angle here, and z forms a linear pair with this angle which is marked as 30 degrees. The sum of these two should be 180, so z will come out to be 150 degrees. So what we have done is we have found out the measure of each of the three angles. X measures 90 degrees, y measures 120 degrees, and z measures 150 degrees. And now we can find the sum easily. X plus y plus z will be equal to 90 degrees, plus y is 120 degrees, plus z is 150 degrees. So 90 plus 120 is 210, and that plus 150 is 360 degrees. So we get the sum as 360 degrees. This is the answer for part A. Now if you look at the angles x, y and z, they are exterior angles on the three vertices of the triangle. So what we have really obtained is the fact that the sum of the three exterior angles on the three vertices is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's see what we get as the sum of x plus y plus z plus w in part B. And again, x, y, z and w are the four exterior angles at the four vertices. So we are basically being asked to calculate the sum of the exterior angles. So let's find each angle first. So x is this angle here. It forms a linear pair with this angle marked 120. So x will be 60 degrees because the sum has to be 180. Similarly, y is this angle here. It forms a linear pair with this angle marked 80 degrees. So y will be equal to 100 degrees because the sum of 80 and 100 is 180. And then z is this angle here. This forms a linear pair with this angle marked as 60 degrees. So z will be equal to 120 degrees because the sum has to be 180. And finally, what will be the measure of angle W? Now we are not given this angle here with which angle W forms a linear pair, but we can find this angle using the fact that the sum of the interior angles of the quadrilateral must be 360, and we have three of the four interior angles. So let's call this angle P. So what we have is angle P plus the other three angles 120, 80 and 60. So angle P plus 120 plus 80 plus 60, this sum should be equal to 360 degrees. Now 120 plus 180 is 200. 200 plus 60 is 260. So we get P plus 260 degrees is equal to 360. And this gives us the value of P. P is equal to 360 minus 260, which is equal to 100 degrees. So this angle here, P, this is equal to 100 degrees, which means that angle W, which forms a linear pair with P, this must be equal to 80 degrees because the sum of W and P must be 180. So now we have all the four angles which we need to sum. We have X as 60, Y as 100, Z as 120 degrees and W as 80 degrees. So we can find the sum easily. So X plus Y plus Z plus W will be 60 plus 100 plus 120 plus 80. So what is this sum? 60 plus 100 is 160, 160 plus 120 is 280, and that plus 80 is 360 degrees. So once again, we obtain the sum of the four exterior angles as 360 degrees. So in both cases, in the case of the triangle as well as in the case of the quadrilateral, the sum of the exterior angles came out to be 360 degrees. And this is in fact a general property of polygons. If you take all the angles, all the exterior angles of a polygon, and sum them, you will get a sum of 360 degrees. And it will be a very interesting exercise for you to try and prove this property, that take any polygon, take any n-sided polygon, take the n exterior angles formed at the vertices and sum them, and you should get a sum of 360 degrees. So do try this, proving this fact. Alright, so with this we have completed question number 7. To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.